Today is January 12th, 2022. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm presenting part 19 of my series, The Rational Mind, A Guide to Rational Living. The focus of this presentation is on how to avoid the waiting game. My main message: do not irrationally wait for what you want to come to you. If you choose to wait until you're confident or the right conditions are present before you start working on your aspirations, well, you may be waiting for a long time. When you choose to wait, you are passing control over your life to external circumstances that may never arrive. You have two options for living your life. One, acting on your aspirations only when the mood is right, in other words, playing the waiting game. Or two, taking action now to get what is important, whether you're in the mood or not. This is a rationalist perspective and is proactive. The person who is trapped in the waiting game is blocked by his own irrational beliefs that time and procrastination is a substitute for hard work and perseverance. The journey to your goals won't necessarily get easier with the passage of time. Time has no power to provide whatever the irrational person believes is missing before he can begin working on his goals, ambitions, aspirations. If a person erroneously believes that time heals all wounds, or good things happen to those who wait, then he is relying on the irrational beliefs in free lunches and getting something for nothing. And if he wants something, then he can wait until it becomes easier to get. These are irrational notions that simply don't work. The world simply does not work that way. Proposition 1. People play the waiting game for a number of reasons, and one of them is a lack of self-confidence. Supportive thinking and positive action comes first, and only then might you feel confident in your aspirations of getting what you want. The more confidently you act in advance, the more confidently you will feel. Just act as if you were confident, and soon you'll begin to feel confident. In other words, the action precedes the feelings. Genuine confidence is a result of both physical and mental preparedness. Whatever is interfering with your confidence, the solution lies in mindfulness, keeping your eye on the road, on your objective, commitment to your values, and concerted action. In addition, you must be prepared to diffuse early from unhelpful thoughts. You must focus on expanding your awareness about the sources of your difficult feelings. Take action guided by your values and engage mindfully in whatever you're doing. The more actions of confidence you take beforehand, such as training and practicing, knowing and heeding your values, taking trial runs outside your comfort zone, and learning from any failures, then the more your performance, confidence, and readiness to succeed will improve. Proposition 2. People also play the waiting game and procrastinate because they think they're not good enough. The number one most common irrational belief, and everyone has this to some extent, is that I'm not okay. There's something wrong with me. I'm deficient in some ways. However, the real truth of the matter is that everyone is good enough to be who they are, even though they could still be better. To get better, you must initiate more actions and have more positive learning experiences. One reason why people erroneously believe they are not good enough is the fear and discomfort they feel when they step outside their comfort zone. Anytime a person leaves his comfort zone, doing so will cause some level of discomfort, fear, and apprehension, but this is just human nature. However, with some minimum level of precautions and preparations, you can minimize or better tolerate the discomfort until you can develop your expertise, develop new routines, and develop positive experiences to make the new behaviors familiar. Discomfort with new experiences can be overcome, as I said, with preparation and the development of supporting beliefs about your coping skills. Just keep telling yourself that you will either find or make a way to reach your goal. Proposition 3. People irrationally wait for favorable conditions before acting. Whenever conditions, or whatever the conditions are you believe you are lacking, start creating them now. Make them part of your action plan. Or you can pick goals that are already closer to your state of readiness as you continue to develop efforts to improve yourself through preparation in advance of acting. Also, there are many opportunities awaiting for you that you can act on right now, so you really need to not wait for anything. People get stuck and unable to move out of their procrastination traps by irrational beliefs that keep them locked in place, waiting for the right conditions to become available so they can overcome inertia and get into action. A rationalist doesn't wait for better conditions to develop if his goal is important. If the rationalist knows that he's lacking some key ingredient, a shortfall in time, for example, or resources, or know-how, or experience, then the acquisition of these key success factors become a part of his action plan. The first step of any action plan is always to ensure you have the right tools and resources available when needed to successfully complete each task or supply any input demanded by the outcome you seek. There is never a more advantageous time to begin working on any important goal than right now. My final message: a rationalist strives to get what he wants now without waiting for better conditions. The issue with your rationality is not whether your negative self-talk is true or false. The issue is whether your thoughts are helpful to living a greater than life. You are irrationally procrastinating when you are waiting for the right time, sufficient self-confidence, or anything else you believe you're lacking before you can begin working on your goals. If there's anything you are lacking, you must take responsibility for getting it yourself. Waiting is seldom rewarding. Many people are waiting to get started on important life-enhancing goals or ambitions for a variety of self-imposed reasons due to irrational beliefs. As I've said before, maybe they think the timing isn't right, they're not ready, or they're lacking confidence. The people who are trapped within the waiting game wrongly believe that if they just wait a little longer, conditions will improve, allowing them to begin their quest for change from a better vantage point. Somehow, by waiting, the intervening time will magically provide them what they think they're lacking to start now on any project of significance to them. The problem with this approach is that abdication of control of one's life to time or external conditions, which is not under their control, is untenable. Just remember the action-oriented maxim: if it's to be, it is up to me. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.